audio output. Let's get this music up a little bit. And here. Okay.
When did we leave off last time?
All right. So last time we began the session with Cole disguising himself as Potter and then using Dimension Door to Dimension Door across the courtyard. And as he kind of walked up, Carver took the few seconds of confusion and put the necklaces on a couple guys and gained control of them. One guy was successful with didn't get the necklace on completely, and then you had one of the guys that were controlled knock the other guy down. There was a little bit of fist fight until he failed his save, and you guys grabbed those. You started walking through what you believe is Potter Frostgrave's manor. You went through the the gatehouse, and you gave one of the workers here a command. They were packing up in a hurry. Is kind of the gist. There was a sense of urgency, and it was also a bit odd when your first interaction with him, Cole, as Potter, and then they just kind of took off. You guys chose to go to the tower, where you investigated and you moved up the stairs, and you came to this one room. There was 2 stories in one, just like a tall roof, and it had the librarian ladder that went all the way around it, and it had a bunch of doors. And as you guys were, I believe as Taruk found the portals, and I wanted to clarify this for you, all right? Every one of these doors is essentially a portal. And you would pick that up, but you would also pick up the 2 that were extra planar. That's something Taruk would, more, that's more, I feel like you're, into your subclass or whatever. Vidiri sensed demonic, some kind of demonic energy, and you fought this demonic mutated beast. After that, you guys, what doors? Do you remember what doors you examined? Because I don't think you examined all of them.
No, I know we're going through the one that's home, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And then, okay, so you went through the one. Okay. So I think that's kind of where we left off. Let me just pull up some.
Yeah, because we had jumped through, and then there was 2 or 3 that was near a campfire or something that noticed us, and end scene. That's pretty much.
Yeah. So so here's the scene. You go through this door, and it's you all have to climb up the. Pardon me. You have to climb up a ladder to get to this door, right? And one by one, you go through it. As you come through, you are in this, red clay walls with bits of stone sticking through it, and the wall that you come through on is damp. And, probably 15 feet on the opposite side of this, there is an opening to this room. And on the other side of that is a larger room that you can't fully make out, but that's where the campfire was and a couple individuals were. As you... So let's start there. What would you guys... Do you need anything more from me?
So we see 2 individuals at a campfire in a dark cavern.
Yeah, it's definitely subterranean. It's clay, though. It's not actually, I don't know. You guys haven't really been underground that much. So,
Okay.
and on the opposite room, you see him. Roll me a perception check, everybody, as you step through this door.
All right.
I was just gonna say, Taruk's gonna look around and like grab the dirt and
15.
figure out absolutely nothing.
Okay.
16.
16.
13.
13. Crass.
Goes.
15 for Crass.
All right. Let's say if you're over like a 12 or 13, you notice them. Anybody under that, you do notice the contents in this room. And while there is no door or anything, there is desks and bookshelves, but it's not like in the city or a library. This is very like basic, rudimentary. Nothing in here is elaborate or advanced. Oh, roll me. What are you doing? What are you doing? You see these two guys? They look at you. They do have weapons on them, and they are sitting by a fire. But
do they look like Taruk has described the Githyanki to me? Because I have never seen one.
Yeah, and it's probably to this point they're still too far away with the way the lighting is to make out the actual specifics. But you do see like
nudge Taruk forward. Be like, here you go, bud.
What? Sorry, mildly freaking out. Yeah, that's Gith. Okay.
Do you speak Gith?
Absolutely.
Great, you must do. So you're on point.
What do you want me to do? I thought we were just gonna come in here to kill him.
Well, I mean, we want to find out where Potter is. Maybe some more information before we decide to kill.
Oh, hey. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna make sure all my stuff is holstered, not out, and I'm gonna just, all like 5-0 of me walk out there, and then just be like, "Hey, we're here looking for Potter or whatever name we know
I'd like
of
to say
him."
when we went through, I dropped my disguised self,
Yeah,
and I'm
you look-
me again.
okay. Is there anything else that you guys would like to do before Taruk steps out?
Yeah. As he starts to step out, Vidari's eyes are going to narrow at these two guys, and I'm going to pop off a divine sense.
Okay.
Carver would like to stealth, please.
Would like what?
I would like to hide.
Okay. Yeah. You can hide from anybody out of this room. In this room, roll me a stealth check. And what's the divine sense? Is that something I gotta save, or is that just a ability?
It's just undead, fiend, celestial.
Yeah, so until for like 6 seconds, I can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or another location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
22.
20?
God, you're good at that. I mean,
I rolled a
good at
10.
She's got
Yeah.
like a plus 12.
I rolled a
You see
10.
like Carver fly up, and on the bookshelf it has like that part that sticks out on the front that's like one by, and she just lands on the top and ducks down behind that. I don't think these are considered let me check. Let me just do one more thing to verify. Nothing undead or demonic. They aren't, at least, and nothing else in your range.
Okay.
So, Taruk, hey, Crass, anything you're doing when you get in?
Looking very intimidating, I guess, to back up to see whatever happens.
Yeah. I see it like you guys come through the door, you spot these guys, and you just kind of go to the opposite sides of the room while you have a second to communicate. And then as Taruk exits out, that's when the intimidation comes. Taruk, as you drop the first syllable, they frantically go for their swords and like turn around being surprised. Now say again what you were.
He was just basically saying, like, in Gith, hey, we're just here looking for Potter, and I don't know what else to say. I don't know. He's looking like he's not here to fight them at the moment.
Okay.
Sort of like that whole walk into, like, you know, I don't know if you even speak English, but here's my hands, because
they're gonna like stand up and get a little defensive and be like, in Gith, how do you know Potter? Who sent you? How'd you get here? Keep your hands up.
oh, you see,
Call the others.
came through the normal way that he told us to come through. He wanted some stuff, and we were looking for him. He sent us to come here and deliver some things.
What kind of things? Actually, roll me a deception check.
All the things.
Oh, the things
Love
my
to
dice hate me
understand.
The
today.
rest of you,
Um,
as this round is going on, you staying tucked in the room or what?
Oh no, I'm taking large strides, coming up right behind Taruk. But
I
Okay.
think I will take Carver's lead and do my meld into shadows feature and just kind of turn to the into a shadow and just like lean against the wall and just
To be
stay
clear-
there.
to be
funny
clear,
thing.
I don't want to interrupt his. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt his conversation going on. I'm not like striding up to interrupt him, but I
Right.
am like getting up behind him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm also
you-
behind Taruk. The Birdman is
Yeah.
the one I
So-
like the most, though.
Yeah.
As the quirk of my character, I rolled really low on charisma, so it's a -3, and I rolled a 3. So
Alright.
I'm
So
not
this
good at
is-
persuading.
And actually, this thematically is perfect as Taruk is trying to decept, and the big boys, you know, are too impatient for it. They kind of step through. The one says, "Go get the others," and he pulls his sword out. He says, "Obviously."
Turn the light on and bring me the toothbrush. Sorry,
You-
I thought I was muted.
A toothbrush.
Ignore.
I see. Yes,
If
why did I
Fideri-
not think of that?
If Fideri sees that they aren't falling for it,
Yeah,
can
I
I
think it's fucking
can I
apparent.
assist or no? I want to hammer on shield and bellow. I'm really going for intimidation. He just leans into it and just sit down and answer his questions with a big ol'. Actually, I have a war gong that I'm good with. So if that's strapped on my person at some point, I just want to sort of like on my back, just take the hammer and just slam it on the war gong, and sit down and answer his questions.
What's your insight? Your passive insight? Is it
My
good?
passive insight is a 14.
Okay, yeah. Roll me an intimidation check.
Fucking +9 on this bad boy.
Oh,
That's a soft 20.
All right. So this is as you see Taruk kind of, I don't know, you know, nerves probably is what it's all about. Stutter on a couple of the key points of the whole, you know, deception. One of the one guy taps his other one. You hear him tell him to go, and as he like turns around, starts running. That's when Derek The one guy that's in front of you, that's left, grabs his ears. The other guy is hightailing it out of here.
Ooh, we don't like that, do we, gang?
No,
I'll be
yeah,
running.
no, we don't like that.
I could snag him with an arrow real quick.
I'll double it with an
If
Eldritch
we're doing
Blast.
this, then let's go ahead and roll initiative.
All right, that's fair.
I'll just wait till my.
I'm gonna use different dice
excuse me.
today.
Don't forget that everybody gets a +4 to their
Plus 4
initiative.
to initiative?
Yeah.
Well, since I rolled 4, that's great.
Hot dang. Okay.
That's amazing. All right.
Aura of the Sentinel. Yeah, you all get
Yep.
my proficiency bonus to your initiative.
Is it only your allies?
How much is
Only
that?
allies. How much?
+4.
+4.
Okay.
So that puts
I'll
me
go
at
for initiative. I really want to make a Haringen Oath of Watchers. It'd be super initiative.
Oh, right.
Great.
Jeez.
Um,
Are we taking
All right.
yours?
Yeah. 20 and up.
Oh,
Okay.
26.
All right. 26, Carver. All right. 15 to 20.
I have an 18.
16 for Crass.
18 for Taruk. Chris, what's your dex?
My dex is +2.
Roll me a d20.
All right.
We're doing rollsies.
14.
14. I rolled a 16. All right. So
All
this
right.
guy's going. All right. 16 Crass. 10 to 15.
I got a 12.
12 for Vadiri, and Cole's the only one left, right?
Out of 9.
I think, right? 1, 2,
Hey,
3, 4. Yep. Yeah. Okay. 9. Cool. All right. Top of the round. Carver, you are up. You hear shit go just wrong off the first word is where it all just hits the fan, and you hear it. You hear the war gong, and do you speak it? So you hear this foreign language, like chatter, going back and forth too, from two voices that you don't recognize.
Going to make my way over to the doorway and creep around it,
Okay.
hopefully maintaining my stealth.
Sure, you can do that.
And I'm just gonna shoot one of them in the head
Which one? One
with,
close
with,
or one
with my
far?
crossbow.
There's one that from the doorway is about 15 feet in front of you, and the other one's about 35.
Go with 35. He seems like a
Alright.
liability.
All right, the guy that's running away. Gotcha.
Exactly. Oh, that's a 28 to hit.
That hits. Yeah, that hits.
That's 1 point of lightning damage.
Okay.
And then 11, 12, 13 points of sneak attack, And-
Okay.
10 points of piercing.
23, 24 total points.
Yeah.
All right. What the bolt hits him in the upper shoulder, and he ducks. Just bends over a little bit. Just keeps running, and you can hear him definitely affected by that shot. Anything else?
Bonus action hide.
All right. Stealth roll.
24.
Yeah, you're hitting. All right. That brings us to Taruk. What are you doing?
Taking out my bow because
Okay.
I had it away. Is it gonna be an action to take it out? Or
No.
okay.
No. You guys are fucking adventurers. You can don your using your free action.
So I'm gonna say, no, we can't let that happen, and take some shots at the dude running away.
Okay.
So that is a 24 to hit the first arrow.
That hits.
All right, and that sucks. Okay. 5 piercing for the first one.
Okay.
And second one's gonna be a 15 to hit.
15 misses.
Dang it.
You see him as like he's getting deeper, like on the outsides of this room, the light is just not as good. And he ducks down into a shadow. Then you see him like turn and look at you. He doesn't. Yeah. Anything else?
Bonus hunter's mark.
Hunter's mark. Okay. Running. He is hunter's mark. I really didn't think this was going to be a combat scene, so I didn't do all of my cave tiles that I painted up. But
It's not going to be a long one.
Yeah, I don't
Boom!
think so.
Got him.
You're good. So that brings us to the guy that's running away. And he is just going to run. He's going to run out of all of your sights.
How far?
Well, he has 30 feet of movement, and he is going to use his action to run even more. So that'll give him 60 feet from the 35 feet he already had.
Okay.
So he's out of this room, and like you see him take a left, and after he takes the left, you can't see him anymore.
Shit. I can get to him if we want to pursue.
The guy standing in front of you guys pulls out his sword, or he already had it pulled out, and he is going to come at Taruk with 2 attacks. The first one is a natural 20 for 27.
Perfect.
The second one is a 12.
That misses.
All right. So you take 6 plus 2 is 8 plus 2, or 6 plus 8, 10 points of slashing damage, and you
Nice.
take another 8 points of psychic damage.
Ouch.
It's like they slam into you, they like link to your mind, and you just feel generations of voices grab onto your eardrums and scream. And then he pulls the sword out and looks around, you know, not backing out of anybody's range, but definitely being defensive. That brings us to Crash.
All right. So the closest one is attacking Taruk currently.
Yes. Yeah, and
Yeah,
he's 10 feet from you.
We can't have that. We're gonna move within 5 feet of him.
Okay.
I'm not going to rage currently, so for now we'll just go for an attack. That's a 22 to hit
22 hits.
for that's shitty. 7 points of lightning damage, and then a 24 to hit
That hits.
for that's much better. 13 points of lightning damage.
Woo, 13. All right. Just shocking. Yeah. How do you describe your attacks?
Yeah.
Like,
so as soon
what-
as what were you saying?
Just what's the energy like?
So as soon as I just see Taruk going, like this, the bands that Crass used to wear that are now wrapped around my axe handle that spark with electricity, and lightning's kind of going everywhere, and it'll be kind of one. The first one's like a jab with the butt of the axe, and then I use that momentum to come down hard, probably at like his shoulder with my second attack.
Perfect. I love it. Anything else?
That'll do it.
That'll do it. Alrighty, that brings us to Vidiri, then Cole.
Yeah, so Vidiri is going to shields out, hammers out. He's going to start charging forward. Like, I got the runner. And you're going to see him, as he sort of steps forward a little bit, you see him burst into silvery mist. And 30 feet forward, he's going to reappear. I'm going to use my Fey Touched Misty Step once per day.
So you get through this
So I'm going to go
door.
past the guy with the sword. And then I'm going to move my speed, which is 30. And then use my action to dash another 30 feet round the corner and catch up to this guy.
Okay. You actually chase him down. He's now in your range, like within your combat range, with that quick mist and the run down. Your arms, like your armor, is tinging off of these hallways as they are a little made for someone that's a little bit thinner than your big physique.
Sure.
And as the sound for him gets louder, you get real close.
As I run up to him, I'm like, you can run, but I hope you can't hide. That's my turn.
Alrighty, and that brings us to Cole. And you are just tucked away, melded into shadows right here. You
How
see
far away is
Vidiri.
that doorway?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
Sure. I feel like our big boys got this. Our fighty boys got this guy. I'm going to step out of the shadows,
Okay.
and I will use my full movement to go as close to that door as I can.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 feet?
Okay.
And
How
that gets
far
you.
out the doorway can I see?
It's about 25 feet, and like it looks like it turns to the left. Well, for you, it would be the right. Here, like this is all blocked in.
I'm going to pull out my scythe.
Okay.
I'm gonna grip it tightly and point it towards the door and go, all right, let's see what you can do. And I'm going to extend all 5 charges
Oh no.
and summon undead.
Okay.
I'm imagining it like from, even if there wasn't a corpse here, there is now, this zombie like hand like Githyanki hand comes out of the ground and like claws up, and then like another hand comes up and it just pulls itself out of the ground as I cast it with a putrid one. Oh, I should have asked. With the scythe, I don't need material components, correct?
Yeah, correct. Roll me a d20 though, because
Stuff. I rolled a 4.
okay. Where? Right next to you, or where are you
No,
summoning?
as far into it as I can see.
Right, like so, right here.
Yeah. It has its
You
own
have-
stat block. It resembles an undead creature with the chosen form, which I'm choosing putrid, so it's like zombie-like.
Oh well, let me get a zombie then. No, I'm joking. I probably am.
I'm imagining it like a Githyanki zombie, like some corpse that may have been buried forever ago, and I just summoned it out of the ground.
It's so fucking grody.
It shares my initiative count, but it takes its turn immediately after me.
Okay.
So I'm going to, as my free action, say to it in Primordial, which it understands my languages. And in Primordial, I'll say, take the runner. And that
All
is
right.
my action.
I would like to picture Vidiri's face at this point as he like looks over his shoulder. And he's like, "We got him. The hell?" As he just
And it's full on like I Am Legend running, like hands and knees, like running like an animal.
Yeah, it's my least favorite zombie, but it's the best zombie by far.
Oh, yeah.
You hear Vidiri's voice from around the corner. Is he the enemy?
I already used my free action to say something. So,
Oh,
and you know what?
sorry, I didn't mean to. Yeah.
Oh, I don't care. It's fine. How high is this cavern?
This room domes up about 30 feet, and as you do step in, it looks like a mess hall of sorts. There's like tables and benches around the fire in the center, which I didn't put out. But
I do have a question, a mechanical question, before I move on to the next part.
yes,
The scythe I have.
yes.
It says that it is unusable until proper ritual is performed after all 5s are summoned. Charges. Does that mean I cannot melee use it either?
No, you can swing with it. You just can't.
Oh.
You
Do my
don't.
charge.
You don't.
Just
You don't
making
get any. Yeah. Actually, it would just be a standard weapon too.
So it's just oh crap, 1d10 plus
Yep.
6, but that's it.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. I will save my bonus action then because I don't have anything except flying, which I really don't need to do. And then he will take his turn, and he will move his full movement, which is
30 gets him. I'm gonna say with Vidiri's size and the narrow that these tunnels are only 5 feet wide.
Yep.
So it'd be really hard. He can get almost next to him, but pushing past.
Could he try to jump over?
No.
Okay.
The tunnels are probably.
I got you.
It's
what
cramped.
You're telling me is I should have picked a ghost.
Ooh, yeah, that could have.
No, that's fine. He's going to stay 5 feet behind Vidiri.
Okay.
He is going to keep his distance on Vidiri for now.
Sorry, dude.
You will thank me later. You do not want to be within 5 feet of this guy when you start your turn.
All right. That brings us back to the top of the round. Can someone roll me a d6, please?
I got you. 4.
A 4?
Yep.
Okay. Carver, you are up. You are still hidden in this room. You're like tucked back around this little cropping here, but you can. There. You can see Taruk and Crass and this guy right here. Cole is running by the fire, and the guy that you originally shot, you don't see in your range anymore. Like, he's out of your vision.
Okay, I'm just gonna shoot the guy I can see.
Okay.
What is my modifier? That's a 21.
That hits. Oh boy.
Let's go lightning damage first. 1 point of lightning damage again.
Okay.
And that's 12, 14, 15 sneak attack.
Okay.
And 6 points of piercing.
So that would be 22 points of total damage. So, Taruk, as you... 23?
23.
23, you're right. Correct. As you, like, pull your elbow back and release the first arrow, right underneath, a bolt, like, brushes your, like, blows your feathers a little bit, and sticks right into his ribs. You like look back behind you. You see Carver for a second before she tucks back around or whatever you do. But then you release your second one. What are you doing next, Carver? That is like immediately blood is pooling out of it. Like you hit something major.
Good. 21 to hide.
And ducked back around. Alright. Taruk, you are up. This guy's in your face. He hit you with one massive strike. What are you doing?
That's a really good question. Let's see. And he's like bleeding out, you said, right?
Yeah. You see like that bolt shoot into him, and immediately like you and Crass can just see blood like gush out of it.
Okay, cool. I think I can. Misty Step is a bonus action, right?
Oh yeah.
That it is.
I will Misty Step to disengage to get out of his reach, like
All
just
right.
to back up.
You want to go back into the room?
Just enough to not be like. I mean, that's fine. Totally
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
And then, if I may, still shoot an arrow at him.
Yeah, you can do that. And he's Hunter's Mark, so don't forget that.
Yep. Oh, nice. So that is I can count. 30?
30?
Did I do that right? No, hold on. Yeah, that's a 30.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. So then I'm going to do this, and that is plus. That's 10. 11 points of piercing damage.
Okay, how do you want to do this?
Just through the skull, please.
Okay. Crass. The fletching. What is the back the fins on an arrow called? Fuck.
Yeah,
I think that's fletching.
Yeah. You is on one side and the point is on the other side. As like the Githyanki stands there for a second and then just falls, like starts to fall towards you. You can like put your great axe and just guide him to the ground.
I kind of just like push him out of the way.
Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. Dead. So that's your bonus action and one attack. Movement. Are you gonna stay here?
I'm gonna stay right where I am.
Alrighty. Guy running. Oh, jeez. Here. Over here down this hallway. Oh man. He's gonna take 2 attacks at you, Vidiri.
Oh, bring it, dude.
The first one, the first one is a 16 plus 23.
23 will hit.
Okay, you take, that's weak. 5 points of slashing damage and 3 points of psychic. As like the blade hits you, you hear that similar, like just thousands of ancestors scream into your ears, and it pushes your level of concentration right now. The second one is a 15 plus 7. That's 22.
22 hits.
Whew. You take 8 points of slashing damage, and you take 5 points of psychic damage, and that's 2 good hits. Fuck. He's gonna fucking run away from you. You can take your opportunity attack if you choose.
I'll take my swing for show.
Okay.
You see him get hit twice, and as he goes, he says, "I said you can run." Oh wait, yeah, you can run. Oh no. How's an 11 taste?
11.
You did
You
take
just
the
like
gun.
he ducks down as you just swing over his head, and you see him like run up 10 feet and then take a right and just out of your peripheral. That's his turn. That brings us to Crass. You are in the room now, buddy.
So,
Dead.
is
This
there-
guy dead.
yeah, and there's no one else alive in this room.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I'll start giving chase
Okay.
to where everyone else went. I'll use my action and my movement to get there. I have 40 feet of movement. So if 40 feet doesn't get it, I'll use my full 80.
Okay, so you get like right behind this undead Githyanki that is 5 feet behind Vidiri. You can
Okay.
move you have still have movement to burn, but once again, this hallway is not huge. It's narrow, the corridors are tight. So unless you want to push the undead creature out of the way and continue, you're a strength guy, so I'll give you that. But
No, you know, yeah, I do. I want to push him out of the way and keep going.
okay, so you can get right next, like almost in the same square as Vidiri on the front side of the undead.
Okay, but I'm not within melee of the Githyanki, right?
No, he like as you run around the corner, you can see
You're right.
him, miss a. You see Vidiri like miss an attack and him take a right and run down another corridor, and
Okay.
and he's yelling and gets Yankee.
All right,
So
yeah, that's it then.
Alrighty, Vidiri.
Yeah, Vidiri is going to make chase around the corner.
Okay, you got 30 feet of movement.
I sure do.
Okay, so here, I don't have a corridor right there right now, but here.
I'm going to get up to him into his retreating form. The hammer, I'm going to try to bring it down like right on his collarbone.
All right, go for it. Make an attack.
Ooh, for a 27.
27 hits.
And this guy keeps running, so we're going to pop a first level smite.
Okay.
I don't know if he's a fiend or an undead. He would take a little extra if he was.
He is not.
So we got... Gonna be a big old 19 plus 5 for 24. Sorry, if you need it separate, that's going to be 12 bludgeoning and 12 radiant.
How do you want to do this?
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I come charging around the corner. I did say you could run. And then hammer comes right down on the collarbone. I just want to, like, collapse it into his chest and just bring the hammer right down to the ground, make it a little splatty splat.
It's just as, like, he gets a couple words out, and then you catch up, and you bring it down, and he falls. Okay, let's get out of initiative. So, question to you guys. Would you like a couple minutes to formulate something? And then, do you want to take a break and talk about it? Or you want to go right and you want to continue?
If you need to pee, we can take a break.
No. I'm actually...
I'm just teasing.
Well, I mean, it's a valid point.
I can take a minute.
I wouldn't mind a quick bio break, yeah.
Yeah, you want to... All right, so here, let's do that. Let's take an early break, and we will be back in like 10 minutes or so.
Perfect. I can put my girl to bed.
Woohoo! All right. I get to go say goodnight. My youngest is turning
He's just gonna do the John Cena like
Yes.
into the shadow.
Shade away.
All right. Welcome back.
I wouldn't John
Okay.
Cena D&D.
So as the second gith that you saw hits the ground and the last breath of air leaves his lungs, what are you guys doing in this moment?
Immediately, Gregory, which is what I've named him, my undead companion, will push his way past Crass and just immediately start gnawing on the leg of that body that went down.
Okay.
Cole will saunter his way up to the rest of the party as quickly as he can, but not too quickly.
You move up into that hallway. Now, I will say, Vidir, you were like the first one in this hallway. As you look at it, you turn around. It does actually go back the other way. So you can go left or right, and both of them look about equal distance, and they turn in the same way, towards the same direction.
For now, Vidiri is going to pick up this murdered guy. Oh wait, is the murdered guy the one that your buddy's chewing on?
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, like you gotta
I
pick
like
him
that.
up.
Unlike it's
Like a
kind of
dog
like
from a
taking
bone.
a bone away from a dog, yeah. And I'll just sort of like, no, this isn't for you. And like put my hand on its head and just like, no.
No.
I'm gonna lift it up and put it on my shoulder.
Skin
Don't
and
release, he's not gonna fight
muscle.
you that bad. You're an ally.
The skin and muscle peel away like the outer part of a banana, as like this undead creature's just got his mouth wrapped on this leg. As you pull it away, you say that, and he pulls enough on, and he's like,
If he holds on enough, then I'll just like pick the guy up with one arm and then pick him up with the other arm so he can keep chewing on it. And I just sort of like chuck him
Oh.
back into the room where everybody else is.
If I come in and Cole comes in and sees that, I'd be like, "Oh, you've met Gregory."
I suppose is this thing Gregory?
Much uglier than I thought you'd be.
You should feed him more often.
Well, he's only been alive for like a second.
That's true.
Carver.
Is
Anyway,
going to
I'll-
pull out
I'll-
her
I'll-
daggers.
I'll chuck it back into the original room. That's all I want to say.
Okay. Carver.
Carver is going to pull out her daggers and she's going to go over to the gith that's on the floor and she's going to start dissecting him.
Okay.
Oh,
Give me a medicine check.
I could use a rest anyways, guys. If I'm able.
Are you gonna pull back into that first room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't think anyone was alerted, so that's good.
the guy
And we
was-
know there's more of them.
Well, the guy was screaming right at the top of his lungs.
Well, if they haven't heard the gong go off, then maybe we'd be all
I'm
right.
just saying that we don't know if they're alerted, and there's no reason to worry.
And the
I'm a
gong is
little-
an integral part of my intimidation tactics.
I'm a little perturbed. Sorry I couldn't convince anything. I'm gonna go sit down now.
I did splendid. I mean, they were very surprised.
What's your guys' passives? Perceptions.
Oh, it's a 14. Oh, perception? Oh, 10.
10,
14.
This is
10.
14, 10,
My passive is 18.
18,
Yeah, and 16 for Crass.
16
Aye.
for Chris. Gotcha.
Cole talks to Pete, can talk very well. He doesn't care what people say.
He seems like a good boy.
What was your medicine check, Carver?
15.
15? Okay. It's similar to an elf. Have you dissected an elf? But like if they were on a place with very little gravity for half their life, like almost like silly putty, like they were stretched out a little bit. a little bit more thin, but the basic
Not much bone
composition.
density.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I would say with the 15, these two, or this one at least, is younger in his years, not of mature age.
Oh.
Probably like mid-teens.
Oh,
Go
interesting.
kids.
Hmm. Oh, look at
Wait.
that.
I thought we talked about this.
Oh, hey, look. He's got 2 livers.
Diggity dog.
After about 10, 15 minutes, it's like you're diving into this section and finding out is Taruk, you hear a female Githyanki voice. Like down the hallway. Not making it to the T that breaks off to where you are yet. And it appears that they are having a conversation. Go ahead, roll me an insight check, please.
Okay. Let's see, insight. I want to also say when he's doing, like, he hears it, he like looks at his rapier like out of the sheath a little bit to see if it's glowing or not. Put it back, because I've got the rapier of warning.
Okay. I need to look this up.
The insight was 16, by the way.
16. Okay. It appears like it sounds almost like for us, I guess the easiest comparison would be like getting guided out of a classroom by a teacher. This woman is talking to like a little kid. You pick up the name as Razil, RAZ''IIL. And like as you pull out your rapier of warning, which is what's the wording on that? Google. It's not glowing.
Okay.
And like if you like sit by the door that leads to your hallway, when you like pick it up and just kind of listen intently, they go from the left side to the right side where the body was killed.
It's not there anymore, right? Because we brought it into this
It's
room.
not there.
It's gonna be blood on the floor.
You hear a pause. And she says to the little kid, roll me a stealth check, everybody. I'm going to give you advantage because you are quite the distance away, and I believe you're trying to get a long rest, so you're probably not banging around or anything like that.
What kind of freaking rolls were that?
Oh wait, are we attempting a short rest? Because one other thing I would like to do is pop a channel divinity to get a 2nd level slot back.
We'll get to that.
Well,
Your short rest isn't happened yet, so
Yeah.
20.
well, I want to do it before that because I get my channel divinity back after the short
Gotcha.
rest.
Gotcha. Okay. Cole?
30, 20.
20. Okay. Carver.
30.
Do you even gotta ask?
Taruk.
12. I rolled a 2 and a 3.
Oh.
Vidiri.
I got a 14.
14. Crass.
20.
20. Okay. Taruk. Like you're listening in, and you know, like that moment where like you're paying so much attention, you're like leaning up against the wall, your hand kind of slips off, and you have to catch yourself. You hear something's wrong. Come on, follow me, Razil. And the footsteps start to go off the other way.
I in sort of like trying to hush whispers to the group, like, hey, there's people over here. There's a young one, and a teacher, and they're both female, but they're not. They don't know we're here, but they're kind of suspect because
I think we
That
made a
bars?
mistake.
I'm a what?
I think we made a mistake.
Vidiri's hand goes questioningly towards his war gong.
No, I think I'll take opinions. I think we should retreat back through the door.
Door.
One we originally came in.
It's gone.
No fucking door?
Yeah, after we came through, it vanished.
I think it's a one way.
Wait.
Shit.
Vidiri points at Cole.
Fuck.
You made yourself look like the enemy.
Yes, his
And
human
you-
form. I'm not sure they'd buy his human form here. I've never
What?
seen him in his gith form because Carver and I was out doing good works during that interaction.
Well, I mean, they all look pretty similar. Couldn't you just guess?
That's highly offensive.
I don't think they would.
That's a
Both
little
of them agree.
racist.
Say
I
what?
Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. These guys suck, and I hate everyone. But come on,
I don't want to mess with the children, but there may be still something of value here.
I just wondered if risk is worth reward. We don't really have a choice if the door's gone, so
I think finding what's the most valuable here, other than children, might be our best bet. But
Yeah, sure.
still,
Okay, so I want to clarify one thing.
okay.
The door is two-way, but it isn't a door all the time. Kind of like a magic mirror that you can walk
So
through.
the door hit itself. The door didn't.
Yes,
disappear.
yes,
Okay.
yes. And I stated last time
Okay,
that
okay.
these were two-way when you were having that interaction before everybody got
Gotcha.
through.
Okay.
So I do
I
want
will
you to know
backtrack
that.
into my original statement. Then I think we should leave. I think, from the sounds of things, I don't think there's anything here we can use. I can use in good conscience.
I would like to harvest this liver and heart before we leave.
Take the whole thing if you want.
Okay.
I'll have Gregory
Oh no,
carry it.
just the liver and heart is fine. Well, I mean, if we had time, I'd take the brain, but I don't think we have time for that.
I'm gonna say, well, during the time that you started and are having this conversation, the livers and heart are good. You're probably 30 minutes halfway through a long rest. While you're having this, and Taruk sitting by the door, you start to hear chatter, like faint
I
off.
really think we should rethink our course of action.
I'm hearing more voices, you guys, off in the distance.
Rick, we're talking about leaving. What do you think?
I mean, I think it's good to go back into the room that we came from and potentially take
What I
the
want.
gem off the door frame.
I would like to
agree
do
with
one
both.
more thing before we go, and I'll be really fast.
Alright.
I am going to paint "You've been warned" in blood on the wall.
Ooh.
All
If I
right.
do it faster, we're gonna head towards the door while you do that, Carver.
Okay, don't worry about me.
I'll stay with her to make sure
No,
she
it's
gets through the
fine.
door again. Nope,
No,
last
it's okay.
time,
I'm good.
last
No,
time
it's
you
fine.
almost
Fly.
didn't make it through the door at all.
Leave
She
her-
can fly.
I'll leave her Gregory. Gregory, guard. Let's go.
I don't. Look, no
Okay,
offense to
really?
Gregory, but I don't really trust him. He tried to. Well, he did try to eat a corpse, and she's cutting a corpse, so they'll be best friends.
By the end of this conversation, Carver's on the W of this.
let's just go. Everyone, let's go. Let's go back through the door.
I feel like 30 more seconds. Just go.
They won't ever find her.
I'm going back through the door.
Okay, Cole is already heading towards the door. Gregory is standing guard for her.
Okay.
I'll head towards the
We'll
door.
follow her when she goes through the door.
I'll head towards the door, but I will not go through it until she's
Okay.
coming back.
Crash.
We'll immediately go through it.
Yeah.
Going to the door? You going to the door, bub?
Yeah.
Okay. Carver, Lex, roll me a d20, please.
20.
20? You got a natural 20.
I got a nat 20.
Perfect. You finish the sign and you like go to the entry of the door and you can hear she's at least a half a dozen footsteps running down the hallway. What would you like to are you gonna go you're not staying to find out, right? You're gonna go to the door and go in, or what are you doing?
I would like to see the look on their faces. So I'm gonna hide behind like the door frame.
Okay.
And like I just want to see the look on their faces and then I'll go through the door.
All of you see Carver like wrap around with big eyes as she says, "Go, go, go! They're here." You all can start to hear the shouting of a half a dozen foot soldiers at least, running down. The first one breaks through, sword out, and they kind of fan out in a very militaristic, like a pattern, almost like a V, with their swords out, stepping quietly. Are you guys going through the door? Or are you staying in the room? Because
I am immediately going through the door.
I'm
right.
already through it. I'm already
All right.
through it.
I think I was just the one waiting, and
Okay.
I will grab the back of her shirt and like pull at her, and I'll try to cast light over in their faces to try to blind them for a second so they don't see us. And I'm just gonna have her, we gotta go.
I'm too to be caught. Just get your fucking ass through the door.
Is it the one guy
Won't
turns
leave
his
you
head
behind.
and he looks and he takes a step and another step, and you see him like puzzled. And they're in here, and at that moment the light shoots him off for a second. It's Carver and Vadir. The door closes behind you. Give me dex saves, both of you two.
Gotta go.
Actually,
gotta
Carver,
go.
you don't need to roll because you can fly.
As they come, I was preparing to take the gem off the frame when they come through.
Okay.
I got a 16.
16. All right. You don't fall off of the ladder and, tumble like a fool. You jump off and like land with your hammer into the stone. The dust emanates up a little bit. Superhero landing. Carver's just flying up above. You pop the gem out and you see all of the portal, like your connection to it fades.
Now, the guys that we saw coming around the corner, did they look like children? Or they look like grown-up soldiers.
They don't. They looked similar to the two that you fought.
Okay, so still adolescent, we would assume.
Yeah, borderline.
Okay.
This is like where a perv gets in trouble between New York and Vermont. All right, because the age difference. All right, that's where we're at. I'm just saying. It's like 16 and 18 or whatever. You know what I'm talking about. That's why it's funny. And it's pure comical. So yes, Carver.
I would like the gem. So I like arcane. I wanna.
Okay.
I just wanna look at it.
Right.
I won't put it back.
Okay. It's like it fills up like the palm of my hand, but I give it to her. She's like,
the swirl in it is the same color of Potter's cloak, like that like little bit of deep blue with the silver what's the shit my wife loves but hates, the
Glitter.
spark, glitter, like flowing in it.
Okay. I'm gonna do something a little messed up. I'm going to open my bag. I'm gonna take my dagger. I'm gonna open the liver, and I'm gonna take the gem. I'm gonna put it inside the liver.
Like a magical
Okay.
foie gras.
Pull it back up.
Okay. It's gonna be warm for about like 20 more minutes, and then it's gonna get, chillier and chillier. Okay. So you guys are in this room.
Yep. And
What would
I go back over with the group what doors felt like, what I read from the last time we were in.
Okay.
So there's 2 that go to different, you said astral planes, right? They're just
Yes.
different planes of existence.
Yes. One
And
was to the astral plane, and you would peg that. Do you get with your ability, do you get the planes, or do you just peg portals?
Let's see. I think I get what the closest portal is within a mile.
Okay. Well, I'm going to dive deeper into that. 2 of them are to different planes. And the rest of them are connected to the material plane. And have cryptic descriptions on them. I think the 2 that you figured out were home and the keep.
Well,
the jail, right?
Yeah. No, you're correct.
Yeah.
That's what I remember. Home, I don't think was the right choice. I'm sorry. Let my emotions lead, but the keep, perhaps, that's definitely probably where Kaladin might be.
I think the keep is a great choice. However, maybe we take a quick breather before storming what is almost certainly a fortified base.
I would agree with that. Yeah, short rest.
Do we want to fortify this room, make sure no one can come in before we?
Nobody knows we're
Rest?
here, and the other ones can't go through the door because I'm broken.
I mean the doors that we came in through to get into this room, not the portals.
The other doors. The regular doors, not the magic doors.
Yes, regular doors.
I think that if we were to barricade the doors in some way, it would only buy us but minutes. And if someone's going to come, they're going to come. Right, we are in a pretty soldier-heavy area.
Well, actually, it was actually surprisingly light when you came in. Outside of the main gate, there was only a few people, and they were not interested in this side. They were going to the keep. That
Actually,
was
now that
What-
I
what
think of
if-
it, Torek, that's a wonderful idea. We should barricade the doors.
What if we go through one of the
anything
other
that's in
plane
here?
doors, and like see what's on the other side of those, and maybe they're safer
Anything you're saying.
than this?
so.
I'm not.
With that,
I'm
Carver,
not.
what's your intelligence, Carver?
Oh, it's like high. It's like
It's
really
really
high.
high, right?
I'm a fucking smarty pants.
Okay.
Like just my straight up intelligence.
Yeah.
19.
19. Okay. So you peg 4 of the other doors. There's one that you guys can't put. the 4 other doors. One is water deep. It's like a symbol of a dragoon. Actually, most of you pick that up. One is Baldur's Gate. One is where is the city? Shit. Fuck. I'll get you the other one. It's God damn it. Give me a second.
Well, why does that? I will say my concern with that plan as well is that we easily disabled this door from someone coming through. If we go through a portal, go somewhere else, what is to stop them from disabling the return portal?
Well, they would have to know which one we went through.
I
Well,
think
that we went in.
if this was my fortress and I knew that anybody had gotten in, I think I would immediately disable all portals into my stronghold.
Okay, but I'm really tempted to go home. Just because, it's safe. And I know exactly where I can make us safe there.
Okay.
And we do have a residence.
The
We
two
still
other
need to find Kaladin. We're not leaving without Kaladin, are we?
Oh, no.
No.
We'll come back.
You
But
mean
if
we
we
need
want-
to get our trip here?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
two
but if
oth-
we go through the door, we can come back through the door, unless they disable it, of course, but I don't think they're going to do that.
No, now I'm starting to agree with Treluk. If they disable it, and then
I think we have to stay here. At least this might be our best shot.
So you guys want to stay here and possibly die in our sleep?
I
I didn't say I was going to sleep here. Were we talking about sleeping here? Did I miss that?
Yeah.
so
I thought we were just going to sit down and have a breather for a
trapped
second.
in this ring forever.
the two other ones are one that has several tower inlay. And I think Crass, go ahead, roll me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Ooh, that's good. That is a saving 21.
21. Okay. Carver, you recognize one of the towers as the tower of probably resembles Infiel. A village of high lords, inland, in north from Waterdeep. I believe Infiel is inland and north, and the other one is simple. It's a circle with a snowflake in it. And you look at the circle and immediately think of Bryn Shandir up in Icewind Dale. So you have the Neverwinter door, you have the Waterdeep door, you have Baldur's Gate door, Infield door, Bryn Shandir door, Astral Plane door, and another planar portal door that you guys aren't familiar with.
All right. I have a plan. If you guys want to go to a safe place, you say you have a home. You can go
In
there.
Waterdeep. Yeah.
If you wanted to go and get a rest, I will stay here. I will guard the door, make sure it does not get taken down.
That seems like a terrible idea.
Yeah, no, we should not split up.
No, because if you die, then I sold my soul for nothing.
I will not die. I
I'm
promise.
not leaving this room. It's like when you pay for a hotel room, and then nobody wants to stay in the hotel room, but I paid too much for this hotel room.
You can stay with me while they go get a rest. It'll be fun. I have a deck of cards. I have a war gong. We could play the gong.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. Leaving. Till we know where we're going, I'm not leaving. where we're going is where Kaladin is, or Potter. I'm not leaving.
Okay, well,
Cole, just like earmuffs. For a second.
I take my ring off and I stick it in the bag of holding.
You, as you do that, you get like, it's like not even like for you, it wouldn't be like the hairs stand up. You get like a burning sensation that rips up like the back part of your right arm. Where you're like, you don't take any damage, but you put it in.
Yes.
Lee, was the deal that you made?
If I wasn't clear before, I will be trapped in that ring forever instead of him.
Uh-huh. But what has to happen before that?
Oh, well, we have to find Kaladin,
Uh-huh.
and we have to pretty much take down Potter and this whole ordeal. That was the deal.
Okay. What
rescue the ring.
happens? What happens if you don't do any of that?
Well, I really only planned on saving Kaladin.
Yes, no, wonderful. But
Oh, if I don't
But-
do the things.
yeah, if you don't do the things,
Soon he will keep telling me to do the things. No,
Okay.
the things are mine. He'll probably keep telling me to do the things.
that's it.
Quick question:
Or kill me. I don't know.
if you destroy the ring, what happens then?
Make a new one.
Is there a Mount Doom on this plane?
Like, the ring can be destroyed, but I guarantee you I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and there's gonna be a ring next to my head.
Frankie.
So if you're asking if there is Mount Doom on the material plane, there is. And you guys actually in Neverwinter were experiencing the beginning parts of
the ash boy.
I'm gonna
there you
also
go.
put this out there. Fiery volcanoes. With my father, that probably wouldn't work.
So we need like
We
a,
just like
like a
threw
water.
it through the astral plane door.
We need like a water volcano.
Again, it would probably just appear next to my bed the next day.
But how?
Magic.
So he
But he's
Oh.
trapped inside the ring, right?
Yeah, but he can control things around me. We have a deal.
Sounds
Pretty
like a
much
shit
anywhere
concept.
I am, that ring will show up.
So how do
Not
we
like
make that stop?
We kill him.
Okay, and he already gave you what you wanted from him, right?
I mean, technically, I have not received Kaladin yet, but I did just ask for to bring me to where he was. Essentially, kind of vaguely, I told him where I thought he was. He brought us here. I think.
But was the whole deal, was it written out, or was the whole thing just that we take care of Potter, we get our friend back, and or was
I
it just
said a lot of
get
really
us-
vague things that he tried to get me to get real specific on. It was get me to where Kaladin is so I can say, and our deal will not be concluded until I save Kaladin and basically defeat, as far as my understanding is, Potter and this organization. Whatever
Okay.
that may be.
I
So if
have
you
a
never
really
save-
grim.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I have a really grim thought, and I know that you might not like to hear this, but what if Kaladin can't be saved?
I think that would conclude his end of the agreement, though.
But what if you are constantly trying to save Kaladin? That could constitute many things.
You can't
I mean-
bullshit a bullshitter, man.
I mean, you got to eat sometime, right? So is he gonna come when we're eating lunch and be like, "Hey, you're not trying to save Kaladin right now, so deal's off. Like I gotta eat, I have to sleep."
I'm just saying.
You
he's had
signed a
different masters and
contract. You signed a
It's a
contract.
contract. It's a
So-
contract. We made a verbal agreement, but it's a contract.
No, you signed a paper.
No, I know I did.
Okay, okay.
There's,
Sorry.
there's paper. I'm just being vague with them. There
That's
was
fine.
paper trail was
Sorry.
involved. And again, our previous agreement with the whole ring thing is he's just gonna.
Okay.
The fact that he's tolerating this so long, I'm kind of surprised.
So what if we can't do away with him, and you end up taking his place in the ring?
He will probably kill you.
Yeah, that sounds terrible. We should avoid that.
Well, he'd have to catch me. I like my odds.
Above,
The rest of you are fucked, but
Fire genie.
I'd probably be fine.
above table question: is anybody else injured other than me?
I feel great.
Just us two. Okay.
I really don't know the extent of his powers. I know that he needs me or wants me to let him go, and that he is my biological father. Those are the things I know.
Killing what is he? A genie? You said? That could be-
Vidiri will sit down
To his will. Sitting as well.
while they're talking. Vidiri will sit down, crisscross applesauce, and start casting prayer of healing.
All right. You know, like, it's probably kind of methodical when you crisscross applesauce so your armor doesn't get interlinked with other parts that prevent you from getting up if
Yeah.
you need to. But yeah, totally.
And I take the war gong out. I'm not gonna hit it, but I lay it across my lap, and I sort of just start running a finger around it and makes this like. That takes 10 minutes to cast.
Okay.
Just while they're talking, I just give up and I sit down and start casting it.
I will not be surprised if I hear it from the second that ring comes out of the bag.
Don't take it out of the bag then.
Don't think that'll make things better with him.
Well,
He'll
yeah,
have a
but as
whole
long
other-
as he's
he'll
in the
find-
bag, he can't get mad.
I have only put him there for short periods. I do not know what his capabilities of getting out of the bag are.
Oh, what if we got you a different ring?
You're not following.
Different ring, no contract
Then I
problem.
would have 2 rings.
Well, just don't only wear the new ring. No contract problem. Different ring,
Then
no problem.
again, it would just appear on my finger the next day.
Oh, right.
I
That.
played this game a few times,
Right,
testing
that.
this out.
Andy,
Yes.
with my father being a an artificer, would I know what happens if you put a bag of holding inside another bag of holding?
Make a holding section.
I don't know what happens. I haven't done this
Oh, bad
research,
things
but I
happen.
imagine it's
Bad
bad,
things
bad,
happen.
bad.
Very bad things happen.
So I would guess that you would have that information.
Okay. Have you ever thought of taking the ring, putting it in your bag, and then finding another bag just like it and putting the bag in that bag?
Seems like awful. That seems like one too many bags. Following.
And not
Do
enough
you know
ring.
what happens when you put a magic bag in a magic bag?
You have 2 magic bags.
No, it goes boom.
How big boom? We want to be
Like-
anywhere near that boom?
You don't want to be anywhere near that boom
Why would we create that boom?
to get rid of the ring.
I don't think that would work.
I think it would work.
What- can I do an Arcana? I'm requesting to do an Arcana check before I make this statement because I have a +0 Arcana.
Yeah, sure.
So if I
What?
roll low, I'm not going to go off on this. 17?
I
I
would
feel like
say
it's
though,
sufficient.
like I would say if you're gathering information, if you're trying to pull from your knowledge with your
Well, I'm
pack,
Yeah, go ahead. What I'm trying to do is justify a theory that may not be true.
Okay,
But I
so
wanted to know if I would be smart enough to even have that theory.
All right. No, you roll with it.
So if you put that, explain the boom to me. I really need to know because I have an idea of what you're saying, but
Okay.
I feel like it would cause other problems.
Does my prayer of healing finish?
Just let me
Yes.
access my compendium of knowledge. One second.
But like I'm guessing like time and space boom. Ripping the whole fabric of reality.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So that just might open the door he's looking for. He may not need me to do shit. That might just be like, hey daddy, come on home. If that kind of ripple in space, the fabric of space happens with a thing that has its own space inside it, gets destroyed in such a way that could just open the door for him to come out. And then we're all fucked.
Well, wouldn't it depend if the dimensional rift created by the two bags actually rips apart the one that's in the ring?
Saying.
Or shifting that one into the other infinite that the bags belong in?
My point is, we have no idea.
How is it that your ring hasn't already created a boom when you put it in the bag?
Self-contained?
And then we could have infinite rings.
That's not what we're getting at, no.
I really don't know. That's my point.
That's how Thanos was born.
We don't know how this works, and if we start throwing magic bags inside magic bags, we don't know what we're bringing to our world. It might be him. It might be worse.
I think just thinking about it out loud, that they're different dimensional magics, so they can work together, whereas the bags are two of the same.
Sure, but my point is, you don't know what you're talking about. This is magic. No. This is fucking magic and deals and contracts and wizards.
I actually. Hey, excuse me. I might be young and I might be small, but I know a fuck lot about magic. So up yours.
Right.
I'm trying to fucking help you.
I still don't think you know enough about this, though.
Cole, look out for her knives.
Whatever. And I'm gonna fly over to the water deep door.
All right. At this second, you
everybody
hear.
Heals.
Yeah.
Everybody heals 19 if you're damaged. 19 hit points.
I bring me to 74 when I was at 74.
You hear a click at the door, like a key has been put in from the outside. And locked.
I ready my axe.
Did we get a short rest?
No. You're misunderstanding. It sounds like someone from the outside locks this door, and you hear two voices, and they say it's secured, and the footsteps walk away.
Like the door in the tower?
Yeah.
That we came up?
They locked the door on us. We're locked in.
Or are we locked in with them?
No, we're just locked in.
Oh.
No, we're not. Don't worry about that.
It sounds like they did patrols and they locked the secret room.
Right.
They're in the room. They think everything's fine here.
I'm gonna go unlock the door.
Or they know we're here. One of the two. I don't.
It was the door that we just came from that locked, right?
No.
The one that we entered this room with, like, in the beginning.
Yeah, the door that goes out of this room. Like
as we ascended the tower, right? That door.
Yes. Yeah. They're making final security checks.
So here's the deal. If I may play, what's the term you guys use? Devil's advocate.
Asmodeus is advocate.
Oh, yes. Okay. So
Devils.
Are you
What?
are you working with the devils?
Sorry. It's common speech. I'm having trouble with.
Good broadband, I heard one time.
So what Carver's trying to get at is we've got a door to go back to a place where we've got connections, we've got a place to sleep, and we've got this door that we can get back through to get here. So we could potentially go and use our contacts and get things, come back and finish off what we intend to do.
Allegedly. We have no idea if the portal coming back works.
So it worked when we went to the home place.
I'm taking my ring back out by this point. I just want to state I'm not looking to piss him off more than I have to.
As Cole mentioned, I don't know shit about wizards and stuff. So
I know a lot.
if we go through the portal, we don't have a guarantee that this portal works in the same way. We could go through, and for all we know, it's a one-way trip, and we're poof. And now we've lost everything.
No.
Because we found these. Sorry, Carver, go ahead.
The only way it would be a one-way trip is if somebody cut our access off from this side because they realized which door we went through. But I don't think they'll do that because then they would be cutting their access off to the outside. And they probably have a lot of foot soldiers that come in and out of these doors.
But if they're the ones that control the portal, they could set it up to let their soldiers through and take it down.
No, that's not how this works.
Okay.
They can't just set it up so that, yes, some people can come through and some people can't. If it's a portal, it's a portal. It's a doorway.
You are smarter than me.
The one thing that I will say is the more intelligent people would grab is you don't know where in Waterdeep this goes.
Which is why I wanted to open the door and look.
I mean, I would give
no harm in looking. Yeah.
Just let me do a little quick reconnaissance. Stay on this side. I'll be right back.
Oh, yeah,
Does that work for you?
Oh, that works great. I like it.
Okay.
So I will do that. I'm going to go and do what I do best, and I am going to reconnaissance.
Can we tie a rope to her first?
No, don't. That will impede my ability to reconnaissance.
But what if you can't find your way back?
She was
She'll be
born in the
fine, trust
town.
me.
She knows everything.
All right.
Years ago.
I'm gone.
Okay.
Be safe. Be safe. Be safe. Make good choices.
You open the door for Waterdeep. All of you that are looking at this door as Carver goes through sees the castle of Waterdeep off south and the ocean to your right. As you kick through the barrier, Carver, you find yourself on one of the towers in the seaward. Which I believe your residence was lower seaward. This is higher. You remember when you escaped through the cart when you left Waterdeep? Think of it like due east or due west. You're closer to the sea. You are high in the air, hundreds of feet above. And you can see the field ward and the northern gate that you and your party set up the scheme to get out of.
Okay. What time of day is it?
Here. Did you you rested? You had a couple hours. Cole talked to Dad. You got here. You did some recon. So, hour to the left, probably late afternoon.
Is the room I'm in empty? Like, what's the layout of the room?
The layout of the room is like one of those beautiful penthouses.
Okay.
As you step through and you look back at the door is a beautifully painted picture of Potter in his human form. Majestic, his hair is flowing and his staff is up. There is a worker on the other side of this, and by I mean penthouse, it's like a studio that's 100 by 100 circle. Like, top of the tower. You do see one worker off on the other side. Doesn't recognize you at all. And the doors are open, the wind is blowing, and there is a beautiful balcony that looks out the whole south view of the city of Waterdeep. It's probably like one of those moments where no one else is around and you can take a deep breath and you look out and you're like, oh, this is home. Like, this is familiar. Immediately you start scanning the sectors. You can't see from this point, but your contacts, you immediately orient yourself here.
Okay.
But you are high up in a noble's tower in the seaward district of Waterdeep. You know how these work.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot of guards and a lot of floors and a lot of stairs to get out of here. So, I trust you to do what you want with that knowledge.
I am going to be very stealthy.
Okay.
And I am going to get as close to that gentleman as I can.
Okay. Roll a stealth check.
That's a 26.
All right.
14 and 12, 26.
Okay.
I can math. And I'm going to I have a bag of stink bugs.
Okay.
I'm just going to fly near this guy, and I'm going to take one of the stink bugs out of the bag, and I'm just going to crush it, and I don't know, on top of a bookshelf or something. But I just want to kind of see if I can get him to leave.
Let's see. I don't want to give you a skill check that you're not good at. So, how's your survival? How's your survival?
Terrible.
Terrible. Okay. Then go with
my nature's not bad.
Nature? All right. Go nature then.
That is a nat 20 for 24.
Okay. Yeah. Immediately. All of the oils that he has to clean the the countertops and stuff, he immediately puts them in a sack that he is wrapped around his wrist, almost like one that you can throw a baby in, but he has cleaning supplies in there. He goes up to that smell and he expends all of his descents, his antibacterial wipes, everything, and then he's empty. I gotta go reload. And you see him step out. around this wall that you haven't seen yet. Go out of your visual and leave your, all of your sensories. It stinks though.
He
It
didn't.
smells like burnt rubber.
He didn't leave the penthouse. He just left the room.
He left the house.
He left the penthouse.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Can I see now that he's gone if there's any way to barricade the way into the penthouse?
No, there isn't. It is open here. You can traverse down the stairs if you want to see if there's a door, but there is no barrier. There's no like doorway to this top. It's like an open circular stairway that you find that leads down to a lower level. Where there is doors, but you'd have to.
Is there a side of the tower? I would say at this point, you said it's late afternoon, so probably the east side of the tower.
Okay.
Like northeast side. Is there a window there?
Yeah, it's open.
Perfect. I would like to stealth my way out of the window, and I want to see how high this tower is.
Okay.
Like, I want to try to count the floors.
Okay. There are 23 ledges, window ledges that you count down. So we'll say 10 feet of floor on average. You're 230, 240 feet in the air currently.
Do I recognize which tower this is?
Yes. This is the Lord of the Sea Wards tower. And hold on. His name here. He goes by Rogathan Rollo. Lord Rollo. You start to put like 2 and 2 together. Lord Rollo looks a lot like Potter Frostgrave.
Problematic
Like,
information.
As you like turn around, you count the floors, you turn around, you look at the doorway, the painting that you came through that is of Frostgrave. You pick like certain shades that are different. Like little tiny features that the normal eye wouldn't grab, but you start to pick out the common features between this painting that you thought was Potter on the first take of it. Now that you're looking at it, you're like, oh, wait a second. It's Potter. It's the same image, but certain parts of his face, certain hair parts, certain colors are just changed enough where he could, or whoever this is, could portray 2 different lords. And that's very ballsy, especially in the cities that are a part of the Lord's Alliance. But you have that information. What are the rest of you doing while Carver is gone on this? You're sitting in this room. Are there any conversations to be had?
A short rest.
All right. You complete a short rest.
After an hour after the first time casting Gregory, he would disintegrate back into ash.
I'm sorry. I'll make it up to you. I hate when a player uses a really cool ability and then fucking nothing happens with it.
The whole point of using it was so I had to figure out how to refill it. I didn't give a shit about using it.
Yeah, well, I like Gregory, so.
I like Gregory too. He'll be back. It'll happen again. I'll figure out how to fill this thing. Actually, that's a good point. In my mind, while I'm holding this scythe, I feel the magic gone. And I do think and look it over and try to think about how I could recharge such a magical artifact.
Okay, it's not like a feeling or a dream or anything. It's like that that frustration you have when you're drawing a picture and it's not fucking coming out the way you want. You know you can do it. It's not hard, but you're like tracing over it, and you're looking at the runes, the way the inscriptions are on this reaper and how they wrap around the staff. And probably a couple minutes after your long rest, like really calming down, letting the burn go. That other door that Taruk matched is a planar portal door.
Yes.
The inscriptions on that door appear to be, what languages do you know?
I know Common, Elvish, and Primordial.
So you don't know the language, but the similarities are there. You don't know where it is. You don't know what it is. But the way the magic is imbued on your Reaper, like it's like penmanship. They're very similar. And that probably piques you. Like, it's a lead. The rest of you? Just taking a long rest? Anything?
Yeah, just
short rest. We're not getting a long rest.
Or short rest, yeah. My apologies.
I took out my deck of cards and just played some sort of one-person game with it.
Yeah, fucking
I would have.
Aarakocra Solitaire.
I would have struck up a conversation with Crass.
Yeah.
Sort of like put my gong away, pulled out my hammer, and just be like, so this is what I hit the enemy with.
Yeah, I saw. I'll like kind of put my axe in front of me, and I think mine's a little
awkward
big.
flirting I've ever heard.
You're pretty good with it though.
Yeah. This is weird.
I wasn't going to say anything. Should we leave?
No. Please stay, please. Listen. I don't have much memories, but I know for a fact don't swing that way.
Oh no. I that wasn't it at all. You're good at when you swing. And a deep blush. You can see Vidari's blue skin just turn like a deep purple all over his face. I'll just kind of get myself up, and I move like a couple feet over and sit back down. You see me sort of just playing with my war gong some more, and I'll just wait for the end of the short rest.
Andy, you're muted.
Fuck. Taruk, you lose to yourself. Like,
Damn.
Bloody
Carver, how much more digging would you like to do up here?
Well, Carver kind of like looks out east over the seaward, kind of picks out where her house is.
Yep. There's
Goes.
Okay.
So close. She's very tempted for a second to just go home. But she doesn't.
You see out of the corner of your eye, there is a desk. with
Yeah.
like gold grommets on the outside, and
Is it right in front of the big painting of Potter?
yeah, it's in that vicinity. Like
Okay.
as you're having this pondering moment of leaving, and going home,
Mm-hmm.
you look back at the painting, and like when you're going back and forth, your eyes go off to the like lower right hand side of it, and you can see like just the corners that are on this are probably worth like 2 gold a piece. So if you pop off like the 4 corners, you got fucking 16 gold, probably top bottom, and start calculating. Uh just just saying.
Mm. She's tempted to do a lot of things, but no, all of them are ill-advised. She's gonna go over to the desk, and she's gonna rifle through it.
Okay. Investigation.
Yeah. Obviously, rifling through it gently so that, it doesn't look like it's been disturbed. That is an 11 plus 12, so 23.
Okay. You find 2 components pouches.
Okay.
A journal of whoever, Lord Rollo, Potter, however you want to label it. And there are gaps in this journal, and the meat of the journal is what he's doing when he is here, and it's like a week, and then it misses a week, and then it's a couple days, and it misses a week. Like he's hopping, whoever this is hopping back and forth. You find 262 gold pieces on a false bottom in the lower right drawer. And you find also in that a bag of diamonds worth 150 gold pieces. And you find a book.
Okay. Sorry, how much gold?
A little book. 262 gold. A bag of diamonds, crushed diamonds, worth 150 gold. And a book. Like, one of those mead books, like, where the rings are on the top, and you put them in your pocket protector, like that.
A book.
Mm-hmm.
Just
little
a plain old book?
Little tiny notebook. You open it.
Yeah, is there anything in there?
Oh yeah. Flip a couple pages in, you find a picture that resembles coal. And the notes are like fire blood. We need X amount of this. And you flip a couple more and you see Kaladin brand the Furbolg. That way we know wherever he is. Also, take some of his essence. They have a trick up their sleeve. Flip a couple more pages and you can see an Aarakocra. This one's much lighter shaded than the Peregrine Falcon. Peregrine Falcon that Tarukas. It's like flipped almost. And you go like 3, 4, 5 pages of Aarakocras. And then you hit Taruk. And it's like every part of the area. In this notebook, there is a fascination with the Aarakocras. You flip a couple more pages, and you find a satyr. Flip a couple more. You find an image that resembles Veruin. And you can tell it's Veruin by the facial features and not Crass. But on the next page, it's almost the same image, but different emotions. And it gives you like that chill that Crass give you. You flip through, there's another half a dozen species in here with features. And it's like a mad scientist brain book.
Okay. I take the book, I take the gold, and I take the diamond dust. I also will take the component pouches because, well, fuck him.
And what about the gold corners? You could pop them off with your dagger pretty easily.
I'm not going to take the gold corners because it seems too easy, and I kind of want... Oh, no. I'm going to put the heart that I just harvested in the false bottom of the drawer.
Okay. Let me write that
You
down.
can't study it.
And just close everything up
All right.
and make it all neat and nice. Make sure everything looks perfect. And before the other guy can come back, I'm gonna go back through the painting.
Okay. So let's you want to tell the people now or you want to wait?
Yeah, no, I will come through and I will immediately toss the notebook at Cole.
What the fuck?
Oh, he's Lord Rolo too. Just so you know.
Any idea who that is?
The Sea Lord of Waterdeep.
He's the Lord of where? I
Waterdeep.
don't really follow political parties.
He's the Sea Ward Lord of Waterdeep. One of the most high-ranking lords in Waterdeep.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's not good.
No, he's impersonating several lords, it seems. So the door leads to the top of the Sea Ward Lord's Tower.
It's not really a place we want to be, is it?
It'd be extremely hard to get out of, but not impossible.
Question. Could we then assume the other doors are places that are valuable to him? Sort of like home was obviously
We
seeming
should
like
take all the gyms in the before we decide. We should decide what door we're going through, and then we should take all the gyms, or take all the gyms and don't go through any of them.
We should take all the gems and not go through any of them.
But this one, I'd like to go through. I'll point to the one that my scythe was feeling familiar. I'm curious about that one.
Would you like me to do some reconnaissance in that one as well and see what's in there?
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Well, it's
DM.
better than everybody going through, especially Mr. Clanky Pants over there.
Is that door written all in Gith, or are there other symbols that I can't read?
Roll me an intelligence check.
Yeah, because you said all the other doors were like written in.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Well, let's roll history.
Okay. It's not great. It's a 10.
Okay. It's kind of cryptic, but the word the in Gith that you would take is Shadowland.
It's hard to
How about this?
translate.
How about we just take all the gems and we can maybe learn how to make our own doors?
Maybe. But yeah, so
Let's
this
take all
one.
these gems.
Hmm.
And maybe continue to look. Although I still think the keep is a good option.
Probably.
Maybe take all the doors, and then go to the keep and save Kaladin.
I mean, it's probably where he's at. Maybe.
I mean, possibly. But
Save one other door.
here's the thing. It's probably a really good idea for you guys to like wait here, and I can just go see if Kaladin's in there.
I was just thinking that thought actually.
My only thought is how awesome. I know you're very good, Carver, but I worry about when our luck is going to run out.
Well, if it runs out, it's more likely to run out if you guys are there. No, I don't. Okay, that sounded bad.
No, go by yourself.
I realize that
Fine, I'll
sounded
stay here.
bad.
No, we're fine. I'm good.
I was just thinking luck and time. I mean, they just locked the doors, so we can assume we've got a couple hours here. But I wouldn't want to overstay our unwelcome.
Yeah. So what if you give me like an hour to go see if I can find Kaladin?
Please, I don't know if you did before, but I want to make sure you take my talisman with you.
To tell it why?
My necklace helps you if you're not doing good.
Oh, okay.
I think we've
Mechanically
had this
speaking,
conversation every session for the last 4 sessions.
I know. I'm just making sure that I know who has it. If you fail a save, you can add a D4 to it.
Okay. Basically gives you guidance. Got it.
Basically gives you guidance. I can also, if you get attacked, I can do a reaction to, psychic damage to it.
So does that sound amenable to everybody? I'll go make sure or see if I can find Kaladin before we rush headlong into something that might not work out.
I mean, rushing headlong into things that don't work out seem to be our MO, and I've only known you guys for a couple days now, so.
Every month.
I mean, well, awakened consciousnesses and all that. I'm all right with Carver going and taking a look-a-loo.
Whatever you think is best.
In an hour, go through the door. Because if I'm not back in an hour, something probably went sideways. And as unlikely as that is, I won't deny that it is a very, 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 very small possibility. Like smaller than me.
I was just gonna make a joke, but all right, I'm all right.
All right, we'll wait an hour and then head on through.
Okay.
Deal.
And I will go, and I want to very carefully and stealthily make my way through the door that says keep.
Okay.
Because I expect that there are guards on the other side of that one.
Okay. And you are correct. Roll a stealth check.
That would be not as great as I've done so far. 19.
19. Okay. So as you open this door and float through, immediately the air is thin. You can still breathe, but your little lungs are working overtime. And you can see another balcony. It appears to be a thing with this guy that is dim lit. You can pick out 1, 2, 3, 5 guards that don't pick you up. They're just standing with a great sword and their hands at the hilt, like a British royal guard protecting the palace kind of deal. You look out and you fly out a little bit, and you can see a statue that rises up about 15 feet in this vaulted canopy of ill-feeling stone. Like, I don't want to say blight because that's super meta, and I don't want to leave you in the wrong way, but necrotic in nature. All right. And you fly out a little bit to the point where you can see past the balcony, and you see this massive valley orchard of dead trees that leads to, on the far side, like miles and miles, this peak that goes up that is emanating out of the top of it this faint, like ill yellow / bluish glow. Like the core is blue, but it kind of gets that yellowish green when it gets to the outside. You know what I'm saying? And you like turn around, inspecting, and you can see this statue just head shifting and following you wherever you go. Like, you like dart to the right, and the head shifts a little bit. Nothing else is moving on this statue, but just the head has picked you up.
The guard?
Hmm?
Have the guards noticed me with the head shifting?
No. Nope. The guards are like almost lifeless standing there. Diligent.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Is there a door?
Make an investigation check.
My passive investigation is 20, just
Yep.
so you know.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
There's nothing like visible. If you want to look for a door,
Yeah.
you certainly can.
I accidentally closed my character sheet. The natural 20
Jesus.
32.
That's
Nice.
third one this session. Woo!
The same
Ah.
dice!
So you
My
like
purple one.
as soon as you notice this head following you, you maintain your visual of the door that you came through, but you kind of like do a 360 wrap around the corner, and you can see another door locked there. But when that happens, you hear in your head, "It's a bit offended not to find out that someone is just frolicking in your personal space. Don't you think you've done that enough today, little one?" And I want to close tonight's session right there. Yeah. So,
Dun, dun,
Frick
dun.
that dude.
dude,
So
you
Carver's
guys.
probably not going to come back in an hour. But it's not going to be because she's dead. It's going to be because she is running.
Yeah. And you, being a fey creature and looking out over this like dead valley of trees, you get the feeling after you hear the voice, and put it all together that you are on the wrong side of the fell. And we're gonna end tonight's session there. We have Dorithian coming up this Saturday and Diaries next Tuesday. So fuck yeah. All the campaigns are rocking right now. Make sure you get on the what is it? What do we
Make
got?
sure that you subscribe and like our content and hit those notification bells to see when we're online.
Yeah. And we're gonna do our best to keep it updated with the right content. And check our YouTube, because we're gonna throw shit there too, just see if it sticks, because that's what we do. It's gonna stick. Alright. As long as we throw it. The problem is throwing it. Most of the time we don't throw it, so it can't stick. But I love you guys. This is fun. And we'll see you soon.
See ya.
Next
Bye.
time.
Tuesday sound off really. Oh, are we still in the air?